If you could just tell me what this day means to you.
Yes, it is such a momentous occasion. It's been a long time coming, and I never would have dreamed of seeing this day come. It wasn't even in my train of thought this time last year when I was here. But it has come to be, and I believe it's about time, because my ancestor Timothy Cesar died 197 years ago, and I believe it's been long enough for him to be, given his rightful honors. And I'm just so grateful that so many people have come out to share this moment with me.
In the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
Make ready!
Glory to God, we are gathered on these sacred grounds to remember and honor Timothy Cesar, a patriot and freedom fighter. In the presence of your Spirit and in the company of his descendants and all others gathered here, we give you thanks for the life of Timothy Cesar and the service he gave to the birth of this country and its emergence as a democratic nation. His participation in and contribution to this struggle reflected his sense of self-worth, being a free person, and a dream and vision of what liberty has come to mean to all of us. Such a dream and striving are universal attributes of our humanity and of our divinity given to us by you as our Creator. We here assembled enjoy our freedom and the best of what America is today, and hope for her future promise because of what Timothy Cesar did and the efforts of other men and women of his generation to help give birth to the America we hold dear today. We give thanks to him for the eternal peace you have given him and for his compatriots in our country we call home. Grant now that we draw inspiration and courage from his life as we continue to struggle to live, have liberty, and to pursue happiness, unfettered by human aggression, unimpeded by a lack of human empathy, and unstained by humiliation. By the grace of God we ask. Amen.
This year's tribute to African American men who fought for the United States during the Revolutionary War, and one African American New Haven man in particular is an entirely fitting way to celebrate these ideas of history and tradition. But even though the United States military remains segregated For more than 170 years after the Declaration of Independence, there were about 300 African American men from Connecticut who fought as part of the integrated regiment. I find it extremely gratifying to know African American men were fighting for the ideas of the United States, even as they were often denied these ideas.
To the left. Order. Red. Close the color. Focus. Reset.
The David Humphreys Branch of the SAR will now do the marking of the grave. All members of the Humphreys Branch, please come forward. We gathered here to honor this veteran of the Revolutionary War, who fought actually two battles. He fought a battle for our freedom as a country, and he fought for his own freedom, which he attained, which is great. And he was also fought for Captain David Humphreys, which our branch is named after, who later became a general David Humphreys, and aide-de-camp to George Washington. So we are here to mark this grave with a symbol from the Sons of the American Revolution. This marker will stay here as long as this stone stands. We're very proud to be able to mark the grave of the new patriot of the American Revolution. Thank you very much. Are there any descendants of Timothy here besides Katherine? Placing the accoutrements of the soldier. Each item that's going to be placed has a significance. First, the helmet. The helmet protects the soldier's head in battle. Here it represents the mind. It is in the mind where the idea of freedom and liberty are formed and kept. What Timothy was thinking as he signed his leave to join the ranks of other men who would go off to war, not knowing if they would return, is lost to history. Perhaps it was a promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Next, the cartridge box and the musket. The musket and cartridge box were tools used by a soldier to combat the enemy. Without them, he was not a threat, but a liability. Here it represents all the freedom comes at a cost.
Timothy was willing to fight for his country. Timothy was a free black man living in the country that had slavery. He did not need to serve, yet something compelled him to go. Perhaps he foresaw a country that would throw off the shackles of slavery. Next is the canteen. A canteen carried water. A soldier needed water in order to live, through battle or on the march. It means life. Without water, the soldier dies. Here it represents the lives of Timothy's family. A man will make sacrifices for his family, even lay down his life. That was what he was willing to do in order to secure a better life for his immediate family and for those generations yet to come. The 6th Connecticut will now give a 3-volley salute.
Shoulder, right off. Take care. To the right. All out. Take. Take ready. Take. Fire. Right man down. Take ready. Take. Fire. Right man down. Take ready. Take. Fire. Shoulder. Final. Take care. To the right. All out. Take. You will now warn. Fire off. Follow. Take care. Warn. Fire. Over. Fire. Fire off. Yes.
Descendant Katherine Overton will now tell us about the life of Timothy Cesar.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here to share in this momentous occasion with me and Timothy Cesar's descendants and our family. I sincerely appreciate your being here. And I had a lot more to say, but it sounds like a lot of it's been said. So I'm going to go to the part about what I believe Timothy served in the Revolutionary War, what his reasoning was for serving. I believe that he did it not just for himself and his immediate family. I believe he did it for the same reason all of our soldiers and people who join the military do, for a better future for their descendants and for the country. I believe he believed in the ideals that America was supposed to be founded on. And I believe he believed that they would happen and that they would make life better for himself, for Black people, and and hopefully it would end slavery. I believe that's what he was thinking. And I also think that definitely, as we do as parents, he was thinking about his children and what it would mean to them.
American history is not just his story, it's our story. We all fought and some died for the ideals of freedom and justice in this country that this country was founded on, even though some were not even free at the time they fought, nor upon their return. So I just want to acknowledge those who are still forgotten patriots or unknown soldiers so that they too may become known and given the respect they all deserve. And most importantly, I want the young people to know this history so that they do not feel left out of our story and are taught about all of our family's contributions to this great American story.
If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home, tell all my friends I'm coming too, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.